Okay, we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. All right. Hello, 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 and welcome to People Talk Now. I'm your host, Vanessa Herrera, and this is the show where you ask about it and I talk about it. And let's not forget, you guys, that we are constantly, it seems, trying to change the pace out there and what people call better days. And why keep punching in my fist like this today? Oh, gosh. Okay, sorry about that, you guys. Morning's off to a weird start. Yes, so happy fucking Wednesday if I haven't said it already, and welcome to People Talk Now. I'm your host, Vanessa Herrera, and as you guys know, man, this is a show that if you ask about it, I talk about it. And let's not forget, you guys, that we are constantly, it always seems that we're constantly trying to change the pace out there on what people are calling better days. Those are real sirens. Okay, and we're back from that quick intermission. So yes, you guys, welcome to episode 49. Thank you guys so much for being here with me this morning and for being part of the People Talk Now family. And I bet a lot of you guys are wondering, like, Vanessa, what are we talking about today? What are we getting into? I'll get right to that. Hold on. Chai latte. So I wanted to talk about 20 small yet simple ways that we can get out of our comfort zone. Why do I want to talk about us getting out of our comfort zone? Well, I wasn't always comfortable with basically being the person that I am now. So I figured, why not help other people develop that level of comfortness that I myself developed, and how I went about it, and how does it even happen to us in the first place? Maybe we know when it happens, maybe we don't, but either way, this is a video of me saying, hey, it's time to get out of your comfort zone. It's time for you to be willing to feel less awkward in situations and get uncomfortable just to try something new. So, I'm a big fan of doing unusual things. And sometimes they could be in big ways, sometimes they're in small ways in my daily routine, but I like to mix things up. Why? Well, because a habit is a simple way for you to change something that's going on in your day-to-day life. So, if you try something new and you begin to change your perspective on it and the way that you used to look at it, then it kind of leaves that zone there for you to put something new into the mix. So, what do I mean by that? If you're just a person that's used to doing something relatively the same thing every day, and it makes you uncomfortable to try something new in your everyday life, you're never going to be able to kind of break out of that boundary because you're keeping yourself there. And so it kind of keeps you stuck. You begin to feel stuck in that same old daily or weekly kind of rut. And nobody likes to be there. I know I don't like to be there. I know you don't want to be there. I don't want you to be there. That's why I'm here this morning making this video on a fine Wednesday morning. So first of all, not only does breaking out of your comfort zone add more fun to your everyday life, because I love having fun, first of all, but it kind of refuels imagine we all have this curiosity, right? And by you adding that fun into your life, by you breaking habits that you're just not used to doing, it kind of adds more fuel to that. and it kind of makes you more curious about the world and your life that's around you. So when you do something unusual, whether it's a thing or you try some foods or whatever it is, it kind of opens that discovery that's inside of you. Now I know what you guys are saying already. They're like, Vanessa, that's corny. Okay. Well, sometimes you gotta be a fucking corny person to get the fuck out of your comfort zone. Do whatever it takes, okay? So, how do you do the unusual thing and break out of your comfort zone? How do you do it, right? How do you get there? And sometimes it could be in small and it could be in bigger ways. But the point is just getting started. So, let's dive right on in. What the fuck was that? Let's just dive on into it. I don't know why I always think about that song. I'm about to dive. Oh, I went there. Okay. So this morning we're going to be talking about 20 ways to get out of your comfort zone. Okay? Number 1. Numero uno. I need to learn more languages. So number 1, eat unusual thing. Instead of choosing meat-based dishes, she went there this morning. She's talking about the vegan stuff. Oh, I thought I was not gonna go here, but here I am. So instead of choosing a meat-based dish, why don't you try for lunch? Why don't you try a vegetarian or a vegan alternative? Just try, get a little bit less meat off your dish. But usually, let's start off with beef. Try outseen the red meats, try something small. And this is me just encouraging you to try something unusual that you wouldn't really try every day, and begin by what's on your plate. Start there, and see how that makes you feel. See what that makes you feel inside, and see where it leads you as far as discovery goes, and what it makes you want to do next, what it makes you want to break out of next. So begin there. That's something small. We're starting small today. We're going to build all the way up. Number one. Sorry. Number 2. Smile towards everyone. Okay, everybody. Doesn't matter who the fuck you see on the street. Smile. Instead of just going along with your day-to-day life and your in your normal social life or whatever, try smiling more. Smile towards your coworkers. Smile towards the person at the checkout stand. Smile to the people that are closest to you, if you encounter yourself in the mirror, just smile at yourself too. And just see what happens to you, see how you feel, because it took a long time for me as a woman, as an individual, to be able to walk by in front of the mirror and actually smile at myself and see myself and be happy and comfortable with who I am as a person. And it's crazy because some people think that that's just something that just happens to you. But I feel like that's something that I grew into. It just didn't happen. I didn't realize as it was happening, as I was growing as a woman. But it did. And when you start to do it and you start to develop that habit of looking at yourself and saying to yourself I am a beautiful woman, I am a handsome man, I am this, and not just affirmations, but really truly believe yourself. When you're saying these things to yourself in the mirror, you'll begin to see the way that it starts to affect you as a person. And so that's one way of breaking out of your comfort zone, because it feels fucking weird, at first you're looking at yourself in your mirror and you're just hey there, how's it going today? It's just you're having a conversation essentially with yourself in your mind. So it's just feels a little weird, but it does build that confidence. It does kind of make you say, I'm fucking over it. I'm over feeling living outside of myself. I'm ready to live in here. You feel me? All right. So make sure you smile at people. Okay. Stop being so in here and let go. Number 3, cook something new. I know, fucking look at me, going back to the food. Each week, try cooking something new. This is something that I love to do because it breaks you out of your comfort zone. Who the fuck wants to be eating the same bland ass food every day? Okay, not to say that the food that we're eating is bland or anything, but just try something new. Break out of your comfort zone. So I find that whenever I try to create something new that I haven't, and I maybe follow somebody else's recipe, and I feel like not only just the experiment of tasting something that I haven't made, obviously, but just to kind of like going through that, like creating it, that it ends up either becoming something that I really, really like, or it inspires me to create my own dishes and like be like, you know what, okay, like let's try this, and like other spices. And it's like, it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling because that sensation opens up a whole other bunch of sensations. You feel me? Number 4, mix up your music. I mix things up by trying new music every month, every week. I try to discover new artists. I don't just stay in the like, this is my music and this is what I like, and I'm staying in my little box and in my little comfortable little bubble. How are you going to begin to know about other cultures, about other people's styles, about other art? Why do I keep doing this? The rainbow. How are we going to begin to do that if you have not looked outside of your range? You know what I mean? Like, you're just keeping your ear and your sight in this certain range, and you're not willing to go outside of that. So I feel like the reason why my style and like the person I am, like as a creative, it's very like everywhere. I don't know if you guys noticed that, because I like to listen to everything and I don't just stay within one region, like, you know. And I get that a lot from my dad, because, you know, I will listen to Spanish music, I will listen to reggae, I'll listen to rock, I'll listen to anything, like as long as I'm just experiencing something that I haven't experienced before, that the music that I'm currently listening to is not making me feel that, then that's definitely worth a try, right? So mix it up. And make yourself a new playlist of things that you've never heard before that kind of make you feel like, whoa, okay, this is new. This is something I definitely would have not tried, and try listening to them and really understand it. And you'll begin to see how that's actually going to make you feel, because you're like, hey, you know what? If someone's coming at you and they're like, well, you're this way, you're going to be like,
no, like you don't know me at all, bro. I'm mysterious.
I listen to opera. I don't know. You guys get the point. Number 5, work in complete silence and stillness. So shut the door to your office, shut the door to your room, shut off your music, unplug the internet, and just focus on doing the most important thing you can do today while enjoying that silence. So also, obviously, breaking out of your comfort zone. Some people do not like being in silence. I can understand that it's very uncomfortable to just be with your thoughts, but I'm constantly always talking about this in a lot of my videos. I'm always saying that practicing mindfulness, practicing meditation is something that's good for you, and it breaks you out of that comfort zone. Because say you're in a group conversation and things get very quiet, you're not going to take anything personal, because you realize that people are just maybe thinking about things, and it's not going to be odd for you. Maybe, just maybe, I don't know. That's just a suggestion. But I mean, it's okay to enjoy the silence. It's okay to try something you've never tried before. It's okay not to always be in a bunch of noise. And if quarantine has taught us anything, is that we very much can be alone. Okay? And we're going to be all right. We're going to survive. Number 6, read something that your friends wouldn't guess that you were reading. So personally, me doing this has like helped me to expand my horizon and learn new skills, and often unexpected things about the world around me that I didn't even think was possible for me to even like think about in that sense. But also like be able to open up my views about how I'm doing things and how I can be better as a person, but also to when other people are speaking to me, be able to basically welcome other people's ideas without shutting down. You feel me? So try reading other things. You know, that's something that it's I guess now in since the way this year has begun, people that I know are starting to pick up more books, but it's not something that I personally know close friends around me were even relatively doing at all. But I know that that's something that I've just always loved books. I've loved books since I was a kid. And I'm always finding new ways to improve myself. But not even just that. Sometimes, like, I personally, let me just say, let's just be real. Let's just talk about it this Wednesday. So I personally, I talk a lot of shit on fiction novels. Why? Because since I'm such a realist, I always say fiction fiction books I feel like have nothing to offer me, right? Because if it doesn't benefit me or help me in any type of way or help me improve the world around me, then it's useless, right? But I now realize that that's a very harsh way of thinking about it, because first of all, as a writer myself, I understand how much work it takes to actually write a good paper, first of all. Now imagine how much work and creativity in your mind it actually takes for you to write a whole book, right? And get it published and get it sold millions of copies. That's work. That's like, and so now looking back at it, I appreciate the time invested at these people towards something they truly loved. And so I think that's something that I would do, and I would suggest for you to, instead of saying, don't be like Vanessa in that aspect, like really, like just try reading something that you never thought you would actually enjoy and see how you feel afterwards. See if you still feel the same way, but at least give it that chance. You know what I mean? Like, don't shut it down immediately, because sometimes when we do that, we're shutting down an opportunity. We don't even really know what can happen afterwards. So just definitely keep that in mind. Number 7, do all your shopping for the week. Instead of doing grocery shopping when you feel like it or you need it, sit down, plan what you're going to eat and need for a whole week, and just go and get all of that at the store, which is something that I tend to do. And now you don't have to go back there for a week, or you'll probably have a bunch of extra free time and less stress to enjoy the week. Obviously, because I have a family, I have kids to feed, so that's something that when I'm at the store, I like to think ahead of the week, and I'm like, okay, this is what I'm going to get for this week. This is what I think I'm going to make this day. This is what I think I'm going to make this day. And so, like, imagine having to, like, go back to the store every other day because you're running out of supplies. Like, it just doesn't even make any sense, right? So, like, with more time on your plate, you have more time for creativity. You have more time to be able to try new things. So, yeah, definitely just keep that in mind. You're going to have less stress and more time to enjoy your week for you, and more time to get out of your comfort zone. Number 8, have a day of kindness. So instead of having the usual bursts of, like, sarcasm, which I tend to have a lot of, during your day, try and go for a day where you're just being kind and friendly to everybody, including yourself, and see what happens for you. See what kind of doors open up. You know what I mean? Just give it a try. This is me saying, break out of your comfort zone, give it a try. And if you've already been doing it, well then fucking good for you. Check mark. Number 9, enjoy it all. So all fluctuations during your normal day life, during your normal day is part of life, and as life is a gift in some way or another. So on some days I just tell myself, enjoy it all. Like, enjoy it while you have it. Like, enjoy while it's here, I'm young, like, I'm alive, I'm breathing, I have my family, I have my health, I'm grateful, right? Then I try to enjoy my day no matter if the inbox is over full, meaning here. So if I'm hungry and I'm starting to get a little agitated, the things I usually don't like so much, I tell myself to enjoy as part of life. Just say, like, hey, this is just the way it's happening. Like, this is the way it is. And, it's not easy because this is me breaking out of my comfort zone, because my mind wants to tell my body to do this. And then it's like this little fight going on, So And so my day actually becomes a little bit more enjoyable by me saying to myself, like, okay, enjoy it, like enjoy it how it is, enjoy this day how it is. And because much of how we see life is about how we choose to think about it, you know, that's definitely some in some shape or form a good way to look at it. Just enjoy it as it is, you know. Number 10, watch something odd. If you usually watch thrillers, then try a romantic comedy, which that's usually me. Like, I'm always about like scary movies or like action. But I'm not really much for the romantic movies. So if you often get stuck with documentaries, try an animated movie or from Japan. Try something just out of the box. Try something that you just never wouldn't have tried before. If you love Family Guy, try The Wire. Just expand what you watch to get new ideas and new expressions within you. Number 11, listen to the sound of the world, which you're doing right now through this video. I mean, I got tree outside of my window, I got nature, I got the sounds of things going on, the breeze. Leave your portable music player, leave the apps at home, and just shut off anything that's in your pocket and just listen to the sounds of the city, of the wherever you live, nature and people as you move about during your day. Just listen to those sounds and just really take it in, man. Just really just be like, damn, like this is crazy. Like I'm actually here. I'm experiencing this. Why? The whys, the hows. But just if it's something that you don't really do, you're not really mindful of the sounds and the things around you, then are you really truly grateful for you walking around? Like, or are you just this vessel that's just walking and you see no purpose in that? And it's me, maybe because I'm a very like spiritual person, I want to hear everything, I want to listen to everything, I want to find beauty in everything around me. And I suggest for you to try it, and I guarantee you're going to feel something. You're going to feel something that you didn't feel before, and that's part of breaking out of your comfort zone. Number 12, take a day to be offline. Pick one day out of the week.
Just not Wednesday.
So I don't know if you guys notice, but usually sometimes on Saturdays and Sundays I get very inactive off my socials, and there's a reason for that, because I want to take that time to just spend it with my family and just be around my family and enjoy the moment, because I could be sitting there taking videos and taking pictures, but the truth is that I wouldn't really be enjoying the moment as it's happening in front of me. So it's a wonderful change of pace, and it feels like I'm on a small, healthy, and extra relaxing little mini vacation when I'm not on social media or I'm not doing these things. And I'm sure if you've taken like a little social media detox, then you guys understand too. Plus it makes it more fun when Monday starts back up again, because you feel refreshed and you feel like, okay, I'm ready to start. I'm ready to start this week again. So number 13, take a news blackout. So instead of reading the paper, watching the news as usual, because there always be something on the news, try to go without that for a day. Try to not read the news. Try to not go on social media and look at the news for a day, and see how it affects you and how much you miss the news, and like see if see what it does to you first of all. And that's something breaking out of your comfort zone, because if you're a person that's just always like relying on what's going on, and you're just putting all your like anxiousness, all of your energy into that, then it's definitely worth you taking a news day blackout. Just don't read the paper, don't watch the news for a day, and see how you feel. Number 14, hide a note for a loved one. I know, I'm such a romantic person. Hide a sweet note of affection for a partner, family member, or a friend in his or her cookie jar, tea, or coffee container, whatever the hell, book, or their nightstand, their hat, their shoes, somewhere else where they look each day. Make him or her, doesn't matter, you know, make him or her happy in a very unexpected, in a very unusual way. But it's something, it's breaking out of your comfort zone, it's trying something new, and it just feels good. We know as human beings that when you make somebody else feel good, whether a friend, family, loved one, or a partner, like, it makes you feel good inside. It makes you feel like, you know what, like, damn, like, okay, like, I get it, like, I get it. Okay, number 15, take a different route. This used to happen to me a lot. So back in the days when I was like, driving to certain destinations, I would just get so tired or driving the same fucking route every day. And I was just like, this is a big world. There's no fucking way imaginable that this is the only way to get there. Like, try a different way. Like, because it does something to you up here. So whether it's to school, to work, to the gym, or home, or to wherever, see something new. If you see something new, even when you're in your transport mode, it's going to do something to you up here. And that's a good feeling. That's you breaking out of your comfort zone, because your mind is going to be like, whoa, what's going on? We're doing something different? Like, whoa, okay, hold up. So keep that in mind next time you're driving and you keep going the same routine all the time. Number 16, walk or take a bicycle to work. You don't always need to drive. Instead of taking the car, riding the bus as usual, get some exercise and some fresh air before it's time to start working and getting on your way home. So that's just another option. Instead of you driving there, if it's definitely not far, you think that you can make it, that you can challenge yourself, then break out of your comfort zone and try just that. Number 17, let it go just for today. If you often get in arguments or have trouble letting issues go and you replay them over and over in your mind, then just for today, let it all go. Tomorrow, you can take up your old habits just where you left them. But for today, instead of getting into an argument with somebody, just let it go and walk away. If you replay something in your mind, let it go for today. If an old memory pops up today too, let it go instead of dwelling on it. So I feel like that was something, during my growth into womanhood, that I often had trouble, right? Always having trouble, letting go of things that you can't control. And that obviously, essentially, when you first try doing it, it's very uncomfortable. You don't want to do it. You keep telling yourself, like, I don't want to do it, because your body starts feeling irritated because you don't want to, right? Because you're just used to being your same old person, being in the same old habits. And so it's definitely worth just letting it go, because that's where the real growth starts. And once you break out of that little zone that you're in, that comfort where,
Like, you're like, no, this is how I like to be. Once you
break out of that, then a lot of other things start happening for you, and the growth starts coming in, settling in, and then you're going to be open to other things. Number 18, go out. If usually you stay in during the weekdays, then call up a few friends and head down, to their house, which are, I know some people are like, I get it, like right now the quarantine, but you can meet up at a park, wear your mask if it makes you happy, or don't, but just stay safe. You can social distancing with each other if it makes you happy, but just, you don't have to just stay all cooped up and scared either. Call up someone you haven't met in ages for a cup of tea or coffee, or pop down to a friend's house, ask them if you can watch a movie together. Try going out of your comfort zone. Or if you usually do those things though already, then consider just staying in with PJs and taking it easy, and like we've all been doing. And invite people to a friend to your house if that's the case. If you don't want to go out, make them come to you. Vice versa, whatever makes you happy. Number 19, sit in a new place. So if you have a favorite chair or part of the sofa where you always sit in your house, then try another chair, a place to sit today. It can give you a new perspective at home or at work. And I found that it can give me some new and fresh thoughts and perspectives on life whenever I change like somewheres, and I'm like, okay, because there's times whenever I'm gonna record or I'm gonna begin recording, I'm like, I don't want to sit here today. I want to go somewhere else. Like, because it's true. Because sometimes you do it becomes very stagnant, and it becomes very like just, especially if you like if you're a creative person, which I still to this day I believe that a lot of us are creative people. It's just very like, ugh, we're doing this again, and so just try sitting somewhere's new, and change it up, and you're gonna see like how it just changes. Something triggers up there. It's like, whoa, wait a minute, we're not doing that, and we do that every fucking day for this amount of years, so understand how that can make you feel neurologically up here in your brain. Number 20, throw out things you haven't used in 1 year. Chances are, if you haven't used something in 1 year, you're probably not gonna fucking use it. So just get rid of it. Make yourself feel good inside. Break out of your comfort zone and let it go. Go through one part of your house, a closet, a drawer in your desk, or your bedroom cabinet, and see what's in there, and go through the items one by one and ask yourself, have I used this in the past year? If not, give the items away to charity or to a friend, or simply throw them out. Stop holding on to things that are just not letting you break out of your comfort zone, things that are just keeping you there. And before I go on to all the good stuff that we always like to do together as a family, I just wanted to say, these are 20 small ways to get out of your comfort zone. But these are just like ideas and things that you can try on your own at home right now during these times, because, I'm trying to help you forget about all the madness that's going on. That's truly, what I'm here, because you're helping me, I'm helping you, and we're growing together. So I just want to say this. One of the things that genuinely has helped me break out of my comfort zone was just changing my mindset. But I know what you're going to ask me. You're probably going to say, how did you change your mindset? And I'm going to be honest with you. It wasn't easy. It took time. And that's one of the things that, we don't really think about, right? Like, you don't know, until it happens. But I think I just started taking that chance, because I said, I have to take this chance on myself, right? And I have to stop living outside of myself. And ultimately, that's what helped me, because I feel like whenever I wasn't breaking out of my comfort zone and I cared too much about what people thought, or I wouldn't try something because I'm like, oh, it wouldn't look good on me, etc., etc., all these stupid mumbo jumbo things that people in society will say to themselves, to hurt themselves worse than someone outside can possibly hurt you. And so I started saying to myself, like, okay, like, this is something I want to do, and I just don't care. And you have to just let go and stop caring. And it's easier, right? It's easier said than done. But that's why I've mentioned these 20 little things that you can start doing. Because if you start by doing one of those little things, and you find that little thing empowers you, right? Because that's how it starts. You start feeling empowered, and then you're going to want to start to try other things. And then if someone comes along and it's like,
What's going on with the eyeshadow, Vanessa?
you're going to say, well,
Fuck you, because I love it.
it makes me feel fucking bomb.com, right? So that's what I'm trying to get at. Like, you don't know it when it happens until it actually happens, because time has gone on and you've created these little habits of just trying new things, and you haven't stopped, and you continue doing it. And every time, instead of, when someone asks you something, you're like, yeah, no, you're like, yeah, sure, I'll try it, yeah, sure. Try that sentence today. Someone asks you for something, just say, yeah, sure, and see what happens to you. See how things change. I started taking those risks for myself, because it started making me feel good, and just trying whatever. Understand that anything outside of you, anything outside of this mind, outside of this body, it's you can't really control the outside forces, right? So why make yourself miserable because of that? Why why gloom your world? So when you start making small little steps like this to just break out of your comfort zone, your personal world inside of you, within you, the way you view yourself, is going to become so much more powerful little by little. And you're going to see, and you're going to come back to me, and you're going to say, Vanessa, God dang it, you were right, Vanessa. And I'm going to look at you and I'm going to say, I know. I'm just playing. I'm such an asshole sometimes. But no, I'm just saying, like, I want to help you guys because I wasn't always like this. I used to be very shy, very timid. I used to just let my world be controlled by things that I couldn't control, or allow myself to feel certain things. And it's just so not good for your mental health. And so these kind of things, breaking out of your comfort zone, not only are they really good for your mental health because, you know, they strengthen your mental health, but also, you know, it empowers you as a person to really discover new things that you didn't even know that it was possible for you to even enjoy or like, right? And we need more people like that, breaking out of their comfort zone in this world. We need more people to step up and stop being afraid and to just be who they are and enjoy themselves, right? So, yes. So I hope anything that I said here today, if you decide to use any of this, you know, any of the small steps that I've mentioned here today, feel free to email me at peopletalknow@hotmail.com. And yeah, reach out to me and let me know, you know, which one you used or what you tried. But try anything. If it's something that you don't do regularly, then try it and let me know and say, Vanessa, guess what? I usually don't try this, but I tried it. And I'm going to reach back up to you and be like, fuck yeah, that's badass. Because you know what? I wasn't always like this, but now I'm just like, I'm going to try everything. But that's the only way you're going to find out who you really are as a person once you start breaking those walls down. And we gonna break them down, smash them. So let's get on with the show. As always, you guys know, hold on. First of all, let me just say thank you. Thank you so much for listening to today's show, and for being here thus far. Episode 49. We're almost at 50, you guys. We're halfway through 100 together, growing as a family. Like, that's super dope. But I just want to say thank you really quick. You know, just thank you for being here and for listening. And if you're here listening to this show, then obviously there's something here that you're looking for, and I hope that you found it here in today's show. So yeah, now, as always, you guys know that I like to leave every show with a joke and a word of the day, because I like you guys to leave with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of humor. And I hope that I can deliver that, because it seems like every week it gets harder and harder to find jokes. So if you guys have any jokes in, please feel free to send them in to peopletalknow@hotmail.com, and I swear I will read them, I will share them, and give you a shout out in the next video. So don't be afraid, send those jokes in to me, please. Also, if you guys have an interesting word that you thought, like, hey Vanessa, this word needs to be on Word of the Day on your show, send that to me too. Don't be shy. I love spreading the love and the wealth. So yes, you guys, let's get started. So let's start with the joke of the day. So this one's pretty corny, but we're gonna use it because I thought it was cute. So how do you tell if a vampire is sick? Did I just do that? How can you tell if a vampire is sick? Go ahead, I'll give you a couple seconds. Well, by how much he is coughing. I know. I'm sorry I did that to you, but I had to. Because, you know, the Rona, you know, right now is not a good time to be getting bit by vampires, because, you know, the Rona's out there. Okay, you guys, so that was a joke of the day. I know, you guys, you're either laughing or you're just looking at me with this face right now, like,
This bitch did not go there right now.
But don't worry, we're gonna dry up all that just like sloppiness right now by the word of the day. So today's word of the day is, just click the little button here.
Rife.
Rife. So rife is spelled R-I-F-E, and it means prevalent, especially to an increasing degree, abundant, common, copiously supplied, and abounding. Did you know English is rife with words that have Germanic connections? many of which have been handed down to us from Old English. Rife is one of those words. Not a whole lot has changed with rife in its long history. We continue to use the word for negative things, ooh, especially those that are widespread or prevalent. Examples are shoplifting was rife, or the city was rife with greed and corruption. Rumors or speculations are also frequently described as rife, but rife can also be appropriately used for good or neutral things. For example, you might speak of the summer garden being rife with scents. So there you have it. Go out and use the word rife and use it in a sentence, build up your vocab, and hashtag people talk now. And let me know how you use it in a sentence, and I'll go ahead and share it to my IG stories. So yes, you guys, wow, episode 49, I can't believe it. As always, you guys, thank you so much for listening and watching, and I really truly hope that today's show was quick and efficient and it helped you in some sort of way feel really good about yourself and who you are, and just really step out there with a mask. I'm just kidding. Just step out there and do your thing and just be who you want to be, and don't be afraid, and I'll definitely come back because I have so much more to say on the topic, but we'll do a part 2 on this one. This one's definitely got a part 2 coming. So yes, thank you guys so much for listening to today's show. If you really enjoyed today's show, obviously don't forget to give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you didn't like it, so that way I know what you do like and what I could do to make you happy. And don't forget to share this with your friends, with your family, everybody you know. Just let them know about me, be like, hey, you know what, there's this girl on YouTube, and she be talking some real shit sometimes. And don't forget to subscribe on your way out if you want. If you don't, I'm not forcing you to. And yes, and if you are new to the show and you listen to this and you watch this whole video and you're like, who the F is this chick? Like, what is her deal? My name is Vanessa Herrera, and I am the host of People Talk Now. So yes, thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.